There is a moment every parent has felt, without ever naming it. Your baby is lying there, not crying, not fussing, and their eyes lock onto your face and simply stay there. Not for a second, not for a glance, for long, unbroken stretches of time that would feel strange, even uncomfortable from anyone else on Earth. And most parents assume their baby is just looking at them. They are not just looking. Something far more complicated is happening behind those eyes. And once you understand what it actually is, you will never let your baby stare at you the same way again. Welcome to Inside the Baby Mind, where we go past what your baby does and into what your baby is actually thinking, feeling, and trying to tell you. If your baby has ever locked eyes with you and refused to look away, this one is for you. Subscribe if you have not already. Let's go. The first thing to understand is that this staring is not passive. It is not your baby simply resting their eyes on the nearest interesting object. Researchers studying infant visual attention have found that when a baby fixes their gaze on a caregiver's face, specific and highly active regions of the brain engage immediately. Regions responsible for facial recognition, emotional processing, and social learning. Your baby is not zoning out. Your baby is working. Every second of that stare is a working session, and the subject of that work is you.
The second thing is about why your face specifically. Not the ceiling fan, not the patterned blanket, not the bright toy dangling 3 feet away. Researchers studying newborn visual preference have found that infants show a measurable, built-in preference for face-like patterns over every other kind of visual stimulus, even in the first hours of life, before they have ever consciously learned what a face is supposed to look like. This preference is not taught. It is not culture. It is wired into the visual system before your baby ever opened their eyes on the outside world. Your face was never competing with the rest of the room. It was always going to win. If Inside the Baby Mind is giving you something real, take a second to subscribe. We put out new science every few days. Things your baby cannot say yet, but is absolutely feeling. The third thing is about what happens in that stare when you smile, frown, or simply shift your expression. Studies using precise facial tracking on infants have found that babies do not just watch expressions, they begin to map them, building an internal library of what each shape of your mouth, each narrowing of your eyes, each lift of your brow actually means. This is not imitation yet. This is data collection. Your baby is building the earliest version of emotional intelligence, one long, uninterrupted stare at a time. And the raw material for that entire library is your face and nothing else. The fourth thing is about a very specific kind of stare, the one that happens right after your baby has been startled, hurt, or unsure. Researchers studying what is called social referencing have found that in moments of uncertainty, infants will turn their gaze directly to a trusted caregiver's face and hold it there, searching for information about whether the situation is safe. Your expression in that exact moment becomes the deciding factor. If your face shows calm, your baby's nervous system downgrades the threat. If your face shows alarm, your baby's nervous system escalates it. That stare, in this specific moment, is your baby asking you a question with their entire body, and your face is the only answer they trust.
The fifth thing is about eye contact and trust, specifically about what happens in your baby's brain during sustained mutual gaze, the kind where you are staring back at them just as intently. Researchers studying infant caregiver interaction have found that this specific kind of mutual, sustained eye contact triggers a measurable release of oxytocin, the same bonding hormone released during physical closeness and touch. This is not a metaphor. This is not a nice way of describing a sweet moment. This is a real neurochemical event happening in both of your brains at the same time every single time your baby locks eyes with you and you look back. The sixth thing is about what your baby is learning about themselves during that stare, not just about you. Developmental psychologists studying early self-awareness have found that a caregiver's face functions as an infant's very first mirror, long before they can recognize themselves in an actual reflection. When your baby stares at you and you respond, smiling when they smile, softening when they cry, your face is showing your baby back to themselves. This is one of the earliest building blocks of identity, and it is happening entirely through the act of staring. If this is giving you something, take a second to like this video and leave a comment. Parents, tell me the longest your baby has ever stared at you without looking away. I read every single one. The seventh thing is about the moments your baby stares and then suddenly, deliberately looks away. Researchers studying infant self-regulation have found that this gaze aversion is not disinterest. It is a coping mechanism. Sustained social engagement is intense for a developing nervous system, and looking away is often the earliest form of self-soothing a baby has, a way of turning down the volume before it becomes too much. When your baby breaks eye contact, they are not rejecting you. They are regulating themselves, and knowing the difference changes everything about how you respond in that moment. The eighth thing is about what happens in your brain during that stare, because the biology, once again, runs in both directions. Studies measuring parental neurological responses to infant eye contact have found that being stared at by your own baby activates reward circuitry in the adult brain similar to circuitry activated by highly pleasurable experiences. This is not sentimentality. This is measurable brain chemistry. Your baby staring at you is not just meaningful to you emotionally. It is literally rewiring your brain's reward system in real time every single time it happens. The ninth thing is about what all of this staring predicts over time. Studies following infants from the earliest months into toddlerhood have found that the quality and quantity of early mutual gaze between a baby and their caregiver correlates with stronger later language development, better emotional regulation, and more secure attachment patterns. That long stare that sometimes feels like nothing, like your baby simply zoning out on your face during a quiet afternoon, is quietly building some of the most important architecture of their entire developmental future. The 10th thing, the one that matters most, is about what your baby is actually saying every single time they'll lock eyes with you and refuse to look away. They are not just looking at your face, they are studying it, trusting it, borrowing safety from it, building themselves in the reflection of it. Every uninterrupted stare is a small, silent message, repeated 1,000 times across 1,000 ordinary days. You are safe. You are known. You are worth watching.
There is a moment every parent has felt, without ever naming it. Your baby is lying there, not crying, not fussing, and their eyes lock onto your face and simply stay there. Now you know what that stare actually is. Now you know it is not passive, not empty, not simply your baby resting their gaze on the nearest interesting thing. It is one of the most active, most important things happening in your home. You do not need to do anything differently. You do not need a technique, a schedule, or a special way of holding your face. You already have the only thing your baby is actually looking for. The next time your baby stares at you, stare back. Let it last as long as it lasts. That stare is a conversation, happening entirely without words, and every time you meet it, you are answering. Because this was never really about staring. This is about a relationship being built, one long, quiet look at a time, in an ordinary room, on an ordinary day, becoming one of the deepest foundations your child will ever stand on. That your face means safety, that your presence is worth their full attention, that they are truly seen, because they were first the one doing the seeing. You are not just being looked at, you are being studied, trusted, and remembered, one stare at a time. And what you are building in that gaze is permanent, and it is something only you can give them.